Hey yo, what's up? Maji here, and welcome to another Monday Night Mix Up. And today we are finally here to check out the debut single of UNIS. So, earlier this year, I binged Universe Ticket. I wasn't planning on binging it, but once I got into the first couple of episodes, I really got so into the show, so much so that I went out of my way to really make time to schedule recording sessions for it. Anyways, yeah, uh, Universe Ticket was such a great show uh, that was really uh, fun and exciting to watch. And when it cut to the finale, I was also really happy with what the final team turned out to be. And yeah, today we are finally gonna get to see them in action, the 8 members of UNIS, and let's go on right ahead, shall we, and check it out. This MV is entitled Superwoman, and yeah, uh, let's see what UNIS has in store for us with this one. Here we go. Ooh, very light, refreshing instrumental there. Nana starting us off. Ooh. Ooh. Kotoko with black hair. This is a very groovy beat. Ooh. Hyunjun. Ooh, that looks so cool. Ooh. I like that line. Rap line? And Hyuna. Wow, that was really nice. Hmm. This is so like dreamy and ethereal. Oh, yeah, I really like that line. Oh, we're getting bombarded with jellies. Who's doing the second voice? Oh, someone with a high note. Ooh. Here we go again. Someone this time. Landed. And they're here. Wherever here is. What is this place? Oh? Oh. Oh? UNIS? UNIs? Is that a different way to pronounce their name? What I'm looking at the Hangul over here. It definitely says UNIS. Okay, so maybe they're adding a bit more of a meaning to their name, I guess. Cause like at during the finale of Universe Ticket when they announced the name of the group, it's like, oh, okay, Eunice, like from Universe or something like that. Uh, but with this one, you and I, at least that gives a little bit more connection to it, or like some another layer of meaning to it. No idea what the S is for though. Maybe there's also something to that. But yeah. Anyways, uh, where to start with this song? First of all, this is a very like dreamy and magical type of song. We had some very nice beats. I actually liked it. Uh, sorry, when it came in at the start, uh, you had these like uh, lighter beats that felt kind of refreshing, and then when we got more into the verse, that's when we started getting the heavier beats, and so uh, you get this really nice rhythmic thing going on uh, with throughout the song. And I actually pointed out like I really like that. Sorry, that line where they go. I will I will turn on my Superwoman. Wait, I'll turn my Superwoman on when I wanna, cause I'm my own Superwoman. Yeah. First of all, nice message of it's about empowerment. But what I actually meant when I pointed out that I really like that line was because of its like the way it was delivered. No, not exactly. Uh, the way it's structured. I don't know. It's something that I'd like to call bounce. So the way the line bounces, I guess. Probably the more technical term, uh, like in poetry, would be like meter, right? So when the line uh, bounces up and down from syllable to syllable, so you could throw around words like flow, cadence, uh, stuff like that. I like to call it bounce in this case because it felt quite bouncy to me. But yeah, I really like that line. It uh it just it bounces. I mean, it bounces within you. I suddenly went to, sorry, I kind of spaced there. My mind suddenly connected to Star Wars, and my head was just saying, "May the bounce be with you." But yeah, uh, I've mentioned before in other reactions that I really like it when lyrics have a certain flow or cadence to them. Uh, and for this particular song, that line really got me. uh, that particular line. It just sounded so good, and we got that line delivered three ways, with very different characterizations. I should guess. I should say, because the first one was done by Jelly, right? The second one, uh, it was Yeonju, and the third one was with Sowon, and each of them have such different styles and personalities from each other, and it kind of reflects in the way that they sing. And I don't know, it just gave me a different color every time. So that was really really nice. And then one thing that's striking me now that I'm uh, uh, what do you call this? Recalling what the MV is like inside my head. So what's striking me right now as I'm recalling the MV after just one run through is that, well, to me right now the members seem to have like similar levels of what I'd like to call impactful screen time. Because I've also mentioned this in other reactions before. I'm not one to really count seconds of screen time. I don't really like to ascribe to that sort of practice, but rather I'd like to focus more on whether the screen time that each member has had an impact on me, or it's like memorable to me, right? And for this particular MV, yeah, the members actually have very similar levels of uh, impact on me, at least to my sensibilities uh, right now after one run through of the MV. Of course, at first glance, it does seem like Nana has quite a bit more center time, right? Because, well, she starts us off in the song, she comes in at the end of the pre-chorus, she comes in at the end of the chorus. Uh, I tend to notice more moments uh, of her in the center, but uh, the other members uh, have also had like these impactful scenes that are now replaying inside my own head. So I would think they do have varying levels of screen time. Like I said, I'm not really one to track seconds of screen time. Uh, but yeah, it's nice that right now, after just one playthrough of the MV, I can remember significant moments for each member. Like, well, the ones with the Superwoman lines, uh, these certain parts of like Kotoko, especially with that one chorus with where Kotoko was center. That was really good. And then these parts with Yuna and Yunha, have to be careful about pronouncing those. But really, uh, hmm, sorry. Really, I usually like to point out which member had the most impact on me in an MV. And actually, for this one, it might be Yunha. Probably because she pops out a lot with her red hair. But there were scenes of her where like she just has this like this cheekiness or sassiness that's just shining through in the MV, in her part in the MV. And yeah, it's just caught my attention just a little bit more. So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, Yunha is probably the most striking to me for this particular MV. Even though technically we see Nana get a bit more screen time. But anyways, each member did a fantastic job. And this is just the start. This is their debut. And they're still coming together as a group. They're still growing, both artistically and literally, physically, I mean, because they're still very, very young. And if they're this good now, can only imagine how much better they'll be going forward. So that will be something to really look forward to. Anyways, is there anything else I can add to this one? Oh yeah, for those who don't know yet, I don't know if this is your first time seeing me react to well, UNIS. Well, this is technically my first UNIS reaction on YouTube. Yeah. Basically, I already have a bias. It's Hyunju, because I really, really grew to like her as a leader during Universe Ticket. And yeah, basically, yeah, it's Hyunju for me. That's my bias. As far as bias records go, I'm not quite sure yet. We'll probably see going forward if there's anyone who will be bias wrecking me, especially if we get into any more content from UNIS in the future. So yeah, for anyone wondering if where you can find my reactions to Universe Ticket, they're all available for free on Patreon. I believe, yeah, I binge it all, so but my upload is weekly, so I basically just put it on access release timers on Patreon, and I think the last episode was released for public free access last March. So the whole series would be complete by now on Patreon. Wow, it's been that long. It's already April. Well, by the time you see this on YouTube, it's already April. We reacted to Universe Ticket back in January. Wow. Anyways, what else was I gonna say? I don't think there's anything more to add. I'd probably just repeat myself if I keep on gushing about UNIS. So let's wrap this up here, shall we? Anyways, that was my reaction to Superwoman by UNIS. We'll stay tuned for uh, more content from them, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to how much more they will grow in the future. Anyways, until then, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, feel free to check out my Patreon, where I also post reactions to longer form content, more casual content, most of which is available for free. You can probably see the titles pop up here on the side. There's also some bonus perks set aside for those who are kind enough to subscribe, such as access to my K-drama and anime reactions, which incidentally you can also access for free for 7 days, as that is tier 1 of my Patreon and it has a 7-day free trial, so you might want to try that out. Higher tiers of my Patreon also get early access to raw recordings of my reaction videos and priority when it comes to recommendations. But uh, don't get too fussed about all that. Like I said, most of the stuff on my Patreon is available for free, so don't be afraid to check it out. The link to my Patreon's in the description down below, as well as a link to a spreadsheet where you can more easily navigate and access the free content on my Patreon. So you might want to start with that. That's also in the description down below. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful and fantastical journey with UNIS. Until next time, have a great day everyone, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.